And good afternoon. Once again, we're interrupting programming for breaking news happening in TriBeCa. We do have some new information now. I'm Kristine Johnson.
And I'm Maurice DeBois. The good news here is that there is no active threat at the moment. But here's what happened within the past 25, 30 minutes or so. Reports of a shooting with multiple victims. This is West Street and Chambers Street. This is about 4 blocks north of the World Trade Center, not far from Stuyvesant High School. We do know that 5 people have been hurt. Unclear if all of them had been shot. Again, the suspected shooter is in fact in custody. It happened there on the street. Unclear the motive, the situation, the actors involved. But we do know the shooter is in custody. The active threat is now down. It's a stand-down situation. No active threat. And Mayor de Blasio has been briefed.
And we've also been told sources within the NYPD that there is no apparent connection to terror. This is some video from the scene. These are not live pictures, but video taken from the scene from an eyewitness earlier that we are now able to share with you. You can see police officers there on the scene. It's a very active situation, a very fluid situation. These shots rang out during dismissal time at Stuyvesant High School, and the children are now being told to shelter in place along with the staff there. This is a safety and precautionary measure in times like this, but we do know that as many as 5 people were injured. We do not know if any of those people were shot. However, that has not been confirmed. We are just told that they did suffer injuries. The good news here, as Maurice said, and just to reiterate so that we can calm any fears, is that there is no active threat that police are aware of right now. There is 1 person in custody, and they do believe that is the 1 person that they were looking for.
Again, this happened just about 3:10 this afternoon. You figure that's when school dismissals are taking place. Young kids getting ready for trick-or-treating. It's Halloween after all, and a lot of danger posed by such a situation. But again, the active threat is now down. There is no active threat. The mayor has been briefed. Police, as you can see, are all over this, just north of the World Trade Center near Stuyvesant High School. But again, 5 people have been injured at this point. And we're getting just information as we're speaking here, but we're hearing that this may have something to do with road rage, of all things. That's at least what's coming in right now. Okay, that's what we're hearing. That a parent, this is early info, right? The word is that a shooter exited a truck looking for somebody who did him wrong, and apparently these shots were fired. That's preliminary. You can see there from moments ago, this is security camera video showing that police are all over it. But the active threat, in terms of that, it's stand down at the moment.
And because this is a very heavily traveled traffic area, we do want to tell you that you will be most likely running into some issues where traffic is going to be backed up in this area along the West Side Highway as police continue to investigate and gather evidence there at the scene. So just a note here that this was taking place from the West Side Highway in between Chambers and West Street, so you can rest assured that there will be some traffic issues in and around this area, so go ahead and take note of that, as I'm sure a lot of people are trying to escape the office early to get home for that trick-or-treating this later on this evening.
Again, 1 person's in custody. NYPD says it is not looking for anybody else. You saw the scene right there. That's right in a heavily trafficked and heavily frequented area. A whole lot of pedestrians, whole lot of people crowded in Lower Manhattan there. The idea that somebody would get out of a vehicle and start shooting in a road rage situation is just appalling at best. And to hear that 5 people have been shot or at least been hit.
And this here is a live look at Houston, where they have shut down this area where the shooting did take place. So we can definitely tell you that there are some road closures in this area. But just again, to recap, there have been about 5 people injured. We don't know the extent of their injuries, whether or not they were shot, but shots did ring out along the West Side Highway between Chambers and West Street. 1 person is in custody. Police believe that that is the lone person they are looking for. hour. There is no active threat. However, there is a shelter in place still in effect at Stuyvesant High School. We will have crews there on the scene at any moment and give you updates as we continue to get them. But these here, once again, pictures from the scene. You can see traffic is not flowing in this particular area around the West Side Highway, all the way from Chambers to West and also to Houston in that area, where police are still investigating the shooting that took place just under an hour ago.
Couldn't happen in a worse part of the city at a worse time, just about rush hour, Halloween, West Side Highway right near Chambers Street. You can see, though, police are all over this. They say their one shooter is in custody. They believe it was a case of road rage in which a person exited their vehicle and began firing. We're told 5 people are hurt. It's not clear exactly how they were hurt, but that is the case as best we know it right now. We'll have full details for you, live reports from the scene coming up on CBS 2 News at 5. We will see you then.